Welcome to Star Wars Bedtime Stories. I'm Nathan Emery, a video host and editor here at Youtini, and I've received a letter from the esteemed hosts of the Star Wars Archives, a bedtime story to read aloud to you. Are you sitting comfortably? Then let's begin. Hi Nathan. I've chosen something a little bit different for you that should appeal to your love of clone troopers. When Battlefront II, the first one, was released in 2005, it saw Temuera Morrison reprising his role and narrating a little lead-in for each level. I've transcribed some of them here for you. I hope you enjoy. Journal of the 501st. Mygeeto, amongst the ruins. In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Mygeeto, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Mygeetan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser. Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them though, he never caught a whiff of what was really going on until it was far too late. The success of the mission on Mygeeto was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st. Suddenly, we realized that the Jedi could be fooled, and if they could be fooled, they could be killed. Felucia, Heart of Darkness. It's been said that the 501st got the best of the war. We also got the worst. On Felucia, the Seps dug their metal heels into the muck of that alien hellhole and dared the Republic to come in after them. So we did, only to be met with month after month of flesh-eating diseases, shrieking nocturnal predators, and other sights that haunt me to this day. Cut off and, for all we knew, abandoned by our superiors, our only hope was Aayla Secura, our Jedi commander. Without her iron will, none of us would have come out of that mess with our sanity or our lives. When her death came, I hope it was quick. She earned that much. When the 501st was finally rotated out of Felucia, Aayla Secura made a point of seeing us off personally, calling us the bravest soldiers she had ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets because none of us could bear to look her in the eye. Utapau, Underground Ambush. In our bones, we knew the war was almost over. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see which side would make the final daring move. As fortune would have it, the Republic moved first. After the Chancellor informed the Jedi Council that General Grievous and the Sep leaders were hiding on Utapau, General Kenobi gathered an army large enough to capture 3 star systems. When the orders reached the 501st, our morale soared. For better or worse, this would be the beginning of the end. With the death of General Grievous at the hands of General Kenobi, the Utapau raid had broken the back of the Separatists. Under normal circumstances, it would have been a time for celebration, but our next orders put paid to those thoughts. Coruscant, Operation Nightfall. What I remember about the rise of the Empire is how quiet it was. During the waning hours of the Clone Wars, the 501st Legion was discreetly transferred back to Coruscant. It was a silent trip. We all knew what was about to happen and what we were about to do. Did we have any doubts? Any private traitorous thoughts? Perhaps. But no one said a word. Not on the flight back to Coruscant, not when Order 66 came down, and not when we marched into the Jedi Temple. Not a word. With the fall of Coruscant and the elimination of the traitorous Jedi, Palpatine's rise to power was complete. In recognition of our service and loyalty to the Emperor, the 501st were placed under the direct command of Lord Vader. Armed with deadly new weapons, blazing new ships, and shining new armor, our presence let the galaxy know that the days of the Old Republic were well and truly over. We were establishing a new era, an era of order and peace. I really enjoyed these bedtime stories, so thanks to Trev, again, host of the Star Wars Archives, alongside Jose, for sending these over. My favorite part of these is how personal and intimate they are. You know, it's not often we get to see in the eyes of the clone troopers, and that's why I love shows like The Bad Batch or books like Republic Commando so much. But this is a great look into the eyes of one individual clone, into the way they react to the war, because I think oftentimes it's easy to forget that there were thousands of soldiers fighting this war, dying in this war, their brothers were dying in this war. And so getting to see all of these different events from the perspective of a clone trooper, from this intimate first-person perspective, well, it reads like a diary, and these are some really fantastic stories. So thanks again for sharing them, and I hope you guys enjoyed these bedtime stories as much as I do. I hope you feel relaxed, refreshed, and as always, may the Force be with you.